In the bustling halls of the Neural Nexus Laboratory, there was a palpable sense of excitement. Today was a special day, and Dr. Celia Cortex, the most renowned neuroscientist in the world, was about to unveil her latest invention, the Brainoscope 5000. This groundbreaking device could animate and personify the different parts of the human brain, bringing them to life for educational purposes. Dr. Cortex, a quirky woman with an Einstein-like mop of hair and a penchant for mismatched socks, addressed her eager audience of scientists, students, and curious onlookers. Welcome, everyone! Today, we embark on an incredible journey inside the human brain. Let's meet the stars of our show. She dramatically pulled a lever, and the Brainoscope 5000 whirred to life. Before the astonished crowd, a holographic brain appeared, slowly transforming into a small, bustling city. Tiny figures representing different brain regions emerged, each ready to share their unique contributions to human function. Let's start with the Prefrontal Cortex, Dr. Cortex announced, pointing to a dapper figure in a sleek suit and glasses. He looked like a brainy CEO. "Good day, everyone," the Prefrontal Cortex said, smiling confidently. "I'm responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and planning. Think of me as the project manager of the brain. Without my meticulous organization, you'd be as directionless as a leaf in the wind." Next to step forward was the Hippocampus, a friendly-looking figure with a backpack overflowing with scrolls and maps. "Greetings! I'm the keeper of memories. I ensure you remember your first trip, where you left your keys and all the facts about your exams. Without me, life would be like living in a foggy dream." "Now, let's hear from the Amygdala," Dr. Cortex said, gesturing to a small but fiery character with a warrior's helmet. "I'm the guardian of emotions and the sentry of survival," the amygdala boomed. "When danger lurks, I trigger the fight-or-flight response. I also help you experience joy, fear, anger, and love. Think of me as your internal alarm system, always vigilant and ready to react." The cerebellum, a graceful figure in ballet shoes, twirled forward. "I coordinate movement and balance," she said with a graceful curtsy. "Thanks to me, you can dance, run, and perform intricate tasks like playing the piano or threading a needle. Without my smooth choreography, you'd be a clumsy mess." As the audience chuckled, the Thalamus, looking like a wise old sage, stepped into the spotlight. "I am the brain's relay station," he said in a deep, calming voice. "I direct sensory and motor signals to the appropriate areas. Consider me the switchboard operator, ensuring that messages get to where they need to go." The show continued with the Occipital Lobe, a character wearing a pair of oversized, stylish sunglasses. "I'm the visual processor," she said coolly. "I turn light into sight, colors into objects, and scenes into memories. Without me, the world would be dark and shapeless." The Parietal Lobe, looking like an enthusiastic cartographer with tools and maps, introduced himself next. "I help you navigate the world," he explained. "I process spatial information and coordinate sensory input. Whether you're catching a ball or finding your way home, I'm your guide." Finally, the Temporal Lobe, a smooth-talking figure with headphones and a mic, took center stage. "I'm all about sound and speech," he said, his voice melodious. "I process auditory information and help you understand language. Without me, music would be noise, and conversations would be gibberish." As the brain regions mingled and chatted, a rumbling noise interrupted the friendly gathering. The skull, a towering figure resembling a knight in shining armor, emerged from the shadows. "And who might you be?" Dr. Cortex asked, feigning ignorance with a twinkle in her eye. The skull drew himself up proudly. I am the skull, the protector of this magnificent brain. I am the fortress, the shield, the unyielding shell like that of a turtle. I safeguard these delicate structures from harm, ensuring they can perform their vital roles without disruption. Let's give a round of applause for the skull, Dr. Cortex urged, and the audience clapped enthusiastically. With the introductions complete, Dr. Cortex guided her audience through a series of entertaining scenarios to demonstrate how these brain parts work together. First, she set the scene of a young girl, Mia, preparing for a school talent show. Mia's prefrontal cortex was hard at work, organizing her practice schedule and breaking down the steps to perfect her dance routine. "All right, team," the prefrontal cortex said, "we've got a lot to do, but with proper planning, we'll nail this performance." The cerebellum took over during Mia's dance practices, ensuring her movements were graceful and coordinated. "Watch your balance, Mia. Feel the rhythm and let your body flow," she instructed, pirouetting around the holographic room. The hippocampus was busy storing memories of each practice session, helping Mia remember the sequence of steps. "Remember the spin, then the leap. And don't forget to smile," he reminded, tucking another scroll into his backpack. On the day of the talent show, Mia's amygdala was on high alert, sensing her nervousness. "It's normal to feel scared," the amygdala reassured, "but this is also exciting. Use that energy to shine." As Mia stepped on stage, the thalamus efficiently routed sensory information, sending the sounds of applause and the sight of the audience to the appropriate brain areas. "Stay focused, team," the thalamus called out. "We've got a job to do." The occipital lobe helped Mia process the visual cues from her surroundings, ensuring she stayed oriented on stage. "Spotlight on you, Mia. Just follow the light and remember your marks," she advised. Meanwhile, the parietal lobe kept Mia aware of her body's position in space, making sure she didn't trip or collide with the stage props. Smooth movements, careful steps, the parietal lobe guided, like a seasoned dance instructor. As the music began, the temporal lobe kicked in, processing the beats and rhythms, allowing Mia to synchronize her dance perfectly with the song. "Feel the music. Let it guide you," the temporal lobe encouraged, swaying in time with the melody. The performance was a spectacular success, thanks to the seamless collaboration of Mia's brain parts. The audience in the Neural Nexus laboratory erupted in applause, and the Brainoscope 5000's holographic display glowed with pride. Dr. Cortex stepped forward, beaming. "And there you have it, folks. The human brain is a symphony of specialized regions working in harmony, protected by the steadfast skull. Each part is crucial, and each part is trustworthy in its role. Together, they enable us to navigate, experience, and excel in the world around us." As the crowd began to disperse, buzzing with a newfound appreciation for their brains, Dr. Cortex couldn't help but feel a surge of pride. Her invention has not only educated but also entertained, fostering a deeper understanding and respect for the incredible organ that makes us who we are. Later that night, as the lights dimmed in the Neural Nexus laboratory, the Brainoscope 5000 powered down, its holographic inhabitants retreating into digital slumber. Dr. Cortex smiled to herself, knowing that tomorrow would bring another opportunity to showcase the wonders of the brain. And as she closed the lab door behind her, she couldn't help but whisper, "Sweet dreams, my brilliant friends, until we meet again." And so, the Brainoscope 5000 continued to enlighten and amuse, one neural adventure at a time, proving that even the most complex scientific concepts can be understood through a little imagination, humor, and the magic of storytelling.